What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Coffee, Coaching, and Conversation. While you're here, make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, you can click the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos that I add to the channel. All right, let's hop into our lesson for today. Welcome to my channel. Coming to you to motivate, educate, and inspire you with helpful tips through weekly videos, bringing you principles to help you activate your faith, walk in your purpose, and be effective in ministry and the marketplace. We'll talk about all things faith, family, and business. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. We're going to do a continuation of what we started talking about last week. Last week, our lesson was about 5 benefits of chores for children. And so this week, I'm going to give you 5 more benefits, right? So that's a total of 10 in all. All right, so let's hop into it. So again, if you have children, you know the deep abiding bond that develops between parents and kids. It's such a special bond, it's such a deep bond. And because you love your children, you want them to be happy. So a parenting conundrum that often arises in light of this is whether to assign jobs around the house to your kids. So most child and family experts believe that requiring your children to do chores is beneficial to both of you, as long as tasks are age appropriate and not too physically challenging. So how are chores beneficial to your kids? Remember, I'm going to give you 5 more benefits of chores for children today. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 more benefits of chores for children. So this first one, build self-esteem. Consistently giving chores to kids builds their sense of their own abilities. After all, think of all the things they've learned how to do over the years. So this helps them to build their self-esteem. From cleaning up after themselves to making their beds and sweeping the floors, chores assigned by parents greatly contribute to the children's positive self-esteem. We want them to have positive self-esteem. Number 2, demonstrate the importance of taking care of personal items and one's home. The best way to show a child how important it is to take care of his own property and the house is to assign them with chores. This way, your child observes and experiences how life is lived and discovers firsthand the necessities of doing certain chores. Number 3, teach kids responsibility. When a child is solely responsible for a job getting done in the home, he or she learns to take responsibility for that task. As they mature, children learn that people in the home depend on them to complete their chores properly and in a timely fashion. Number 4, children discover the value of cooperation. When large chores like raking leaves are shared by the whole family, kids see how integral it is to cooperate with one another. For example, 2 people can rake the leaves and then help each other with bagging them. Then a third family member can move the bags to the curb. Taking part in these live action teaching moments impresses on your kids the value of working cheerfully with one another. Also, it instills the idea that in many instances, cooperation is vital to getting the job done. So another example of this, during the pandemic, every single Sunday, my family had a routine because we weren't gathering a lot in person together. And this is my immediate family, my mother, sister-in-law, nephew. All right. And so we were going to the park, one of the big parks here. We love the parks and green spaces. We would go to Shelby Farms, and the boys learned so much together. They would put down blankets together. They would pick them up and fold them. And it was amazing to see them cooperatively fold the blanket. Like we used to do as kids, almost the way you see people when they fold a flag, right? You may have 4 people. Each person has a corner, and then you bring the corners together, and then, all right, we're going to flip, and then we're gonna meet up together, and then I'm gonna grab the other end. So that whole process, all right? So I talked about the raking the leaves, and that's good, but I saw something in my son and in my nephew when they cooperatively folded this blanket together. Was it perfect? No. They were 3 and 7 at the time. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. They were 3 and 7. So, just to see them, was he 7? Anyway, they were 3 and 7. And so to see them go through this process and fold the blanket together cooperatively, it was a live action teaching moment. So often we want our kids to learn things, and when they are in adolescence, it's really important to have those live action teaching moments. Those are not only good for children, they're good for adults too, but there's something about modeling, which is why in education, teachers model so much for children. I want you to write your name on the right hand side of the paper. And they show you on the right hand side of the paper. They model for you. So it's a live action teaching moment. So I want you to be aware that these moments are amazing moments, because it instills the idea that cooperation is vital to getting the job done when they have these live action teaching moments and they're doing something together. And number 5, introduce children to the world of work. So assigning chores in your home will be your children's first introduction to working. One of the most important things you can do for your kids is to teach them about what it's like to have a job and have people counting on them to carry it through. Plus, children will learn how to enjoy and look forward to working. That's really important. So, giving chores to your kids will teach them crucial lessons about life, cooperation, and work. Commit today to consistently assign chores to your children and watch as they reap the benefits now and later. So, our affirmation today is this. Our affirmation today is this. I am a good and patient parent. My children are a priority in my life. I do my best to provide the best possible life for my children. I consider the impact that my decisions and behavior have on their lives. My children experience the best parts of me. They make me a better person. I am learning everything I can about being a good parent. I enjoy learning how to be a better parent. I am a patient person, and my children make me even more patient. I am very tolerant and understanding of my children's mistakes. I understand that children require a lot of time and effort. I am happy when I spend my time on my children. I am patient in all aspects of my children's lives. So be patient with them while you are teaching them chores. So full transparency. Part of the reason why there are some things I haven't shown my son is because I just want them done right. And it's like, I don't have time for you playing, doing all of this. But no, when I actually take the time and I show him how to do it and why we're doing this, right? So we're going to wipe the counter with the rag. All right, and it's not the same rag that we use to wash the dishes. We have a separate rag that is just for wiping down the counter. And I have plenty of towels. We're trying to be a paper towel free home eventually. If you're not a part of my Facebook group, Green Faith and Natural Solutions, you might want to join that group. So in our home, we're thinking about more ways to be aware of our waste and how we can be more green and sustainable. All right, so I have a lot of towels. I don't mind washing them at all. I have sanitizer that I put in the wash with the towels, laundry sanitizer, but we have plenty of towels, so we don't have to have towels sitting around getting smelly, moldy, all of these things. I know some of you object to reusable items, but just wash them. Just wash them. We have to wash anyway. So one of the things that I show my son is that you wring the towel out. You don't want it wringing wet, then the counter is going to still be wet. You want to wring it out. You want it to have enough moisture but then you want to press down, apply a little pressure. Maybe you're wiping off your counter in your bathroom and you got a little bit of toothpaste on the counter. And you didn't wipe it up right after you wasted it, right? And so this is the day you're cleaning up and you're getting the toothpaste up. You might have to press down a little bit. So being able to show him all of those things. But it is so important that I am patient with him. All right. So I'm going to say that last part again. I am a patient person, and my children make me even more patient. I am very tolerant and understanding of my children's mistakes. All right. That was for me. You might have thought it was for you. That was for me. I needed to say that again. Remember, we are looking at the same verse this month, Proverbs 22, verse 6. Dedicate your children to God and point them in the way that they should go. And the values they've learned from you will be with them for life. So, in other translations, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from them. But what that really means is that the values they've learned from you will be with them for life. Does this mean they won't make mistakes? No. This is where us being patient comes in. Once they get older, they've got to experience some things for themselves. But if we teach them things when they are younger, they can hold those things with them. They won't depart from them. It may seem like it, but they won't depart from them. All right, so that is our verse. Let's declare this today. Today, I increase my awareness of the value of important life skills I can teach my children. I decree that I will dedicate my children to God and point them in the way they should go. I decree that I raise my children well. Here's a recap for you on the screen. If you are not, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Throughout the week, I drop little nuggets from our lesson there, little graphics that you can screenshot and that you can add as your wallpaper. I also put in my stories these recaps so that you have it if you want to screenshot it. If you cannot find it in my stories, you can always go to my story highlights where I will be placing them. All right. And so today we talked about building self-esteem for our kids, what it does, what the benefits of more chores for our children. All right, so number 1, build self-esteem. Number 2, demonstrate the importance of taking care of personal items in one's home. Number 3, teach kids responsibility. Number 4, children discover the value of cooperation. And number 5, introduce children to the world of work. All right, so let us go to God in prayer. Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for love and life and your presence in our lives. Thank you for this lesson. 5 more benefits of chores for children. And God, I just pray whether we are biological parents, adoptive parents, foster parents, mentors, whoever we are in a child's life, that we will not neglect the importance of teaching them how to do things now, so that when they are older, they have those things. It is a part of their foundation of who they are. God, we just thank you that we are parents that are raising our children well. Thank you for this blessing, this gift, to be able to parent them, mentor them, train them, coach them, facilitate a lot of the life lessons that they will have. Father, thank you so much for this lesson. I just pray that it will fall on good ground. Thank you for the ears to hear, the hearts to receive. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, friends, that's all I have for you today. Remember, I need you, you need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me and agree with me. You know why? It is His will that every need be supplied. You, my friend, are important to me. I need you to survive. Until